Water flows from a higher sluice to the sluice below, making transportation between different elevations possible. The Egyptians used barges to transport stones and materials through sluices for pyramid construction. The barges were lifted by increasing water levels. The average weight of the core stones used to build the Great Pyramid was 2.5 tons, and the largest stones were 60 tons. A larger barge and more water would be necessary to lift the heavier stones from one sluice to the next. The same principle is used in the Panama Canal, where the largest cruise ship, the Norwegian Bliss, weighing 168,028 tons, passed through 6 sluices on May 14, 2018. The Norwegian Bliss was 2,800 times heavier than the largest stone used in pyramid construction. Each sluice requires 2 workers. One worker operates the lever that opens and closes the sluice gate. The gate is raised by hooking the short arm of a lever to the top of the gate, providing enough force to raise the gate with 2.74 meters of water pressure. 2 workers are required to move the barge from one sluice to the next. The levers work on the same principle as a shadoof. The average weight of the stone being transported was 2,500 kilograms. The full cycle of the sluice takes 4 minutes. Raising a stone 2 layers higher on the pyramid, 1.37 meters, would require 6,370 liters of water. 2 workers on either side of the canal would push stone A from the canal into sluice 1. The gates of sluice 1 and 3 would be open or raised. The water level in sluice 1 and the canal would be the same. As stone A is pushed into sluice 1, stone B is pushed into sluice 3. The gates in sluice 1 and 3 would then lower or close. The gates for sluice 2 and 4 would raise or open. Water from sluice 2 would drain to sluice 1, and simultaneously, water from sluice 4 would drain into sluice 3. Stone A would lift into sluice 2, and stone B would lift into sluice 4. The gates for sluice 2 and 4 would then lower or close, and the gates for sluice 1 and 3 would raise or open. Water from sluice 1 would drain into the canal, and the water from sluice 3 would drain to sluice 2, raising stone A. Simultaneously, the water from the highest sluice would drain into sluice 4, raising stone B. Shadoofs were used to lift water to the highest sluice level. Water from the higher sluice will drain to the lower sluice and raise the barge carrying the stone. The same amount of water is required to raise as many stones as there are sluice levels. If there are 50 sluice levels, the same amount of water will raise 50 stones.
Upper sluice, lower sluice, and the lowest one. Gate between the lower sluice and the lowest sluice is open, and the water level between those two is the same. Barge is slowly floating from the lowest sluice into lower sluice. I am going to close this gate between the lowest sluice and the lower sluice. It is very easy to close this gate because the weight of the gate pulls down the gate. The gate for the lower sluice is closed. Now I am ready to go and open the gate for the upper sluice. The water pressure is tremendous. Water from upper sluice drains into lower sluice. I am opening slowly the gate for the upper sluice. A little more and more. You are seeing barge go up. You are witnessing how fast and easy water is lifting this stone. So please do not underestimate the power of water. This is 48% of 2.5 tons stone used to build Great Pyramid. Now I am ready to push barge with stone into upper sluice, and a cycle of lifting will be repeated over and over again. This is how the stones were transported from the base of the pyramid all the way to the top. Thank you.